Hi, let's talk about Marvel 2-in-1 number 7, Thing and Valkyrie. This is from October 1974. Of course, Marvel 2-in-1 was the Thing-centric comic where he would team up with whatever character Marvel wanted to promote that month. Very, very fun comic. This is core Bronze Age Marvel, and from some of the best times of Marvel comics. So this is continuing from the last issue where Thing teamed up with Doctor Strange to retrieve a world-shattering, like reality-bending harmonica. And in this issue, not only do we get Valkyrie, but we get some other characters from Thor's world. Thing and the Valkyrie together. Written by Steve Gerber. Artist is Sal Buscema. Mike Esposito is the inker, Joe Rosen is the letterer, Bill Mantlo is the colorist, and Roy Thomas is the editor. And here's some sort of wino in New York, and he's about to get taken away by the Valkyrie. And here's the Valkyrie. Now, is it the Valkyrie or is it not? We don't know right now. It could be an imposter. And so she takes him away into a sort of void. And so Doctor Strange left the harmonica with Clea back at the Sanctum Sanctorum, and Clea said, hey, Valkyrie took the harmonica, and Doctor Strange is like, that can't be the real Valkyrie. So Valkyrie is on Doctor Strange's Defenders team, and knows all about Valkyrie, so he doesn't think that that's her, and Thing is very concerned. And so Doctor Strange is trying to figure out what's going on. Meantime, at the bottom here, they always did this in these Bronze Age Marvel comics. Little tiny ads that are basically text. This is a Frankenstein Man-Thing and the Wild-Eyed Wendigo, all in Monsters Unleashed. So here they're recounting what happened in the last issue. There was a woman that got hit by a subway train, and all of her particles, when she exploded, went on to these other people. They all got attacked by strange creatures that were mutated by some of these particles or something, and it has to do with this magic harmonica that she warned Doctor Strange just before going onto the tracks to try and obtain, because it shouldn't fall into the wrong hands and whatever. Marvel stuff, man. Thing is going to go after this old drunkard who was part of the people that got doused by those particles, and Thing is going in a Fantastic Car, probably not the Fantastic Car. And here you see it at the bottom, Khazar, the living sacrifice to the terrible river gods, on sale now. And so here's the Thing, and he's like, wait a minute, I just realized I know the name of the freaking place, but not where it is. Maybe I ought to go back and ask Doc. Well, he doesn't live in modern times when you can just, look it up on your phone. So Thing goes to this gas station and tries to wake up this gas attendant. But whoops, the gas attendant is not who he appears to be, punches the crap out of the Thing, and comes out with a giant mace. And here we get right into a Marvel fight. So Executioner, basically in disguise, is fighting the Thing. And he's like, we lured you here to die. And Thing's like, is that so? Well, I got news for you, pal. But then he gets blasted by something in the back. Meanwhile, they're advertising the Human Torch meets Iron Man in Marvel Team Up 29. And it's Enchantress. So basically, of course, wherever Executioner is in this era, Enchantress is there as well. She's like, I was certain my magic had regained its full potency in the months since we left Castellina's realm in Defenders 4, but perhaps not. Still, a second application should suffice. So she's trying to basically kill the Thing, and now she's trying to dispose of the body. And she's like, to obtain the harmonica without revealing our presence was brilliant, but will avail us not. So now they have the harmonica. Basically, Enchantress was disguised as Valkyrie to obtain this harmonica. So she has it, and so now she has mastery over the universe, but they have to make it work. And so she's trying to kill the thing still. um, they be Destiny's captives, executioner, not ours. Denton must meet his fate. So Denton has to activate this thing, and that's that Wino. And so they go out into, they get teleported out into this park, and Thing frees the drunkard. And an astral projection of Doctor Strange appears, merely a mental projection, my friend, hardly a ghost. Ben, this is the man we have been searching for. And Thing's like, what? Apparently he had been held in some sort of magical prison. When that mystical force was dispersed, my crystal located him easily, and to Ben, I caught a glimpse of his captors, the Enchantress and the Executioner, two renegade Asgardians. Well, thanks for warning us now. So, Doctor Strange is like, believe me, you have no notion how powerful they are. And things like, maybe I don't, but my back does. Because he got, like, blasted right in the back. So, he wants to go into the Fantastic Car and go back to New York. And this dude is like, no, I can't. I've got to get home to Vermont. And he's like, why? And it's like, well, my daughter is in deadly danger. I have this feeling. So, Thing knows enough to know about feelings in comics. So he's going to go investigate this. And Doctor Strange is like, where are you going? And Ben's like, no offense, but I'm starting to feel a lot like Big Brother's watching me. And there's crystal ball. Knock it off, huh? And so me and the old guy are going on to Vermont. He says his kid's in some kind of trouble. And Doctor Strange accepts this. He's like, very well. But this may have something to do with his destiny. Ben, be careful. So there's lots of talk about destiny and how this guy is supposed to perhaps destroy the universe. And here we have another ad for the Human Torch, Then and Now, buy it. So they go down, and it turns out that Valkyrie is the daughter of this dude. But the thing is, Valkyrie is inhabiting her body. It's a whole thing. You have to read Defenders. And he's like, wait, stop, you can't walk away from me. I won't let you. But it's not really his daughter anymore. It's Valkyrie. And he tries to hug her because he's her dad. But really, he's the dad of the woman that used to be in this body. So here come Executioner and Enchantress. And so Enchantress finally reveals, like, 'twas I who infused her limbs with strength, I who gave her valor and courage and skill, and stripped of these, she is truly his daughter, the pitiable creature called Barbara, the mad woman. And he's like, witch, what have you done to her? And she's like, Enchantress is like, why, I have merely returned thy daughter to thee, that and no more. If thou seekest the cause of her madness, look not to me, but to the nameless ones, her erstwhile psychic mates. So it's a whole convoluted thing. Anyways, Enchantress wants the harmonica. The drunkard man takes the harmonica and blows into it. And when he does that, the universe is destroyed. So everyone, all of humanity, all of the earth, you and me, everybody is dead. So it turns out his destiny was to destroy the whole world. And now these 5 people, Enchantress, Executioner, Valkyrie, this drunkard man, and Thing, are the only remaining survivors of the entire planet being destroyed. And they're in a void. Don't know how long this void will last so that they can breathe and survive. So now everyone's fighting over the harmonica, and it's floating around with them. And Executioner wants the harmonica, but Thing goes after Executioner. Down here it says, follow Blade, the Vampire Slayer, into Vampire Tales on sale now. Blade was big in the 70s, introduced in the 70s with Tomb of Dracula, and then just promptly disappeared in the 80s. But he was in Tomb of Dracula and these Vampire Tales magazines, which are pretty cool. So Thing and Executioner fight over their harmonica. And I mean, like, if Executioner does blow into it to reform the world, he'll reform it in his image. Lots of all-powerful artifacts in Marvel. So here, Valkyrie comes to Thing's aid by fighting the Executioner, and here's the Enchantress trying to get the harmonica. And she's trying to sap Thing of his strength, but the thing is, Thing's strength is more his willpower. She's carrying on about destiny and, like, what is Thing's destiny. Here we have Shauna the She-Devil down at the bottom here, guest starring in Daredevil 117. So here in the right-hand panel, Thing actually slaps the Enchantress. I don't think that would ever happen now. And he says, "Nah, I'm just plain stubborn is all." That's a thing. That's a Thing saying that he's too stubborn to give up. So Thing finally groggily gets to the all-powerful harmonica and blows into it to reform the world, and he does. The result, not the best, perhaps, but at least the world as we know it instantly reformed. And he's like, "I'll be, it worked." And now Thing has a score to settle with the Executioner. It's clobbering time. And punches the shit out of him right into the Reader. Thing is like, we won't have to worry about him for an hour or two, I figure. Ditto for the Enchantress. And Valkyrie's like, yes, but what of the man who called himself my father? And Thing's like, he is dead. The one man who could have told me all about Barbara, her childhood, her likes and dislikes, her bonds, blah, blah, blah. I am but an empty facade, a fiction. And Things like, whatever you are, kid, it ain't that, or my shoulder wouldn't be getting drenched. Paper dolls don't cry. Only us real people got that problem. So that's a touching end with Thing consoling Valkyrie as she tries to figure out who she is. So Valkyrie's saga continues in Defenders, but we're gonna hopefully I'll do more Marvel 2-in-1. So next issue, issue 8, is with Ghost Rider. That's a wild one. It's more of a Christmas issue, but I will put it up soon, hopefully. Until next time, take care.